Good morning. It's Wednesday, September 17th. I'm Olivia Calfee. Thanks for joining us for Catch Up Quick, WVLT's daily fastcast that airs at 10:30 Monday through Friday. Now to get started, let's check in with meteorologist Sydney Sullivan. Sydney, we've finally seen some of that fog clear out. Beautiful day ahead.
That's right. It was slow going for quite some time. Olivia and I were tracking it all morning long. Very dense fog. Still a little bit of fog lingering, but for most of us, it is clearing on out and making way to nice and dry conditions through the remainder of the day. So today is going to be a beautiful day to be out and about. Temperatures right now, not too bad, feeling nice and comfortable, mainly sitting in the lower 60s. We've got a few 70s sprinkled on in Athens as well as Monticello. But as we head throughout the rest of the afternoon, we're continuing to increase the sunshine, so it should be a beautiful day to be out and about. Temperatures will be a touch warmer than what we were yesterday, right around 84 degrees. This is a little bit above average, not much, but a little bit. And this is only the start of quite the warming trend headed our way. So coming up in your first alert forecast, I'll have a closer look at how warmer temperatures go and map out our next chance for rain. Olivia?
All right, Sydney, thank you. Right now, police are asking for your help finding a vehicle officers say was involved in a deadly hit and run. Officials tell us this crash happened Tuesday evening around 11:30 p.m. on Oak Grove Road near Lincoln Drive in Madisonville. Police say that the car hit a pedestrian who died from their injuries. If you have any information, contact Madisonville Police. We've got more information on this inside the WVLT News app. Also in Monroe County, a volunteer deputy is now out of a job after allegedly drunk driving. Sheriff Tommy Jones says Jared Fowler was arrested yesterday in Blount County for DUI. Fowler was with the Monroe County Sheriff's Office since last August. And City Council has now approved Knoxville Mayor India Kincannon's request to seek a $1 million federal grant. This to study options for possibly replacing the Gay Street Bridge. It was closed last summer after defects were found on the 127-year-old bridge. Repairs are currently underway, but when the bridge reopens later this year, it will only be open to pedestrian and cyclists. If the grant is approved by the Federal Highway Administration, then the bridge design specialist and city staff would develop concepts for a possible modern replacement bridge. City Council also approving plans to convert a rail line in South Knoxville into a trail and art walk. This is a partnership between the City Legacy Parks Foundation and the city, the Legacy Parks Foundation and Gulf and Ohio Railways. This new greenway will run between Chapman Highway and Iams Nature Center. And Knoxville police are now testing out new drone technology. The police drones were tested during the UT game this past weekend. This comes as the department works to get its real-time operations center fully up and running. This center allows officers to view cameras from all over the city so they can respond to emergencies quicker. KPD says the game day test was the most extensive test they have done with the center so far. And safety is the #1 priority when it comes to kids, especially in the classrooms. And schools across the country are taking more steps to ensure just that. A new safety app allows for teachers to have a streamline of communication in the case of an emergency. Anderson County Schools now has 80% of teachers using the RAVE app. The school system purchased this app for all faculty for about $25,000. Excuse me. This in the case of an emergency. The app is opened and it prompts teachers with options. You can see some of those options on your screen for active intruder, fire, medical, police, or 911. The app uses geolocation to send real-time location and updates to all other staff in the building, all administrators, medical staff, and first responders as well.
Well, you know, there's always something new coming out as far as safety is concerned. We're always looking for new places to put cameras. that could potentially head off a potential active shooter or some type of emergency within our building even before it happens. We've looked at different things as far as SRO placement, where they are in the building, how they actually do their specific jobs as things that ways to improve. So we're always looking, especially after a specific incident, whether a medical emergency or whether an altercation in an area, of what the next step is for us and how we can better make our kids and our staff safer.
The school system also just receiving some grant money and is using local money to install new keyless door locks. These locks are already in place at all schools, but the county is continuing to upgrade them. This is a part of the process of keeping every door in every building locked at all times. Now to Blount County, where a new aviation academy is taking to the skies. This new school is in partnership with Pellissippi State Community College and will provide hands-on training for students interested in becoming maintenance technicians. Blount County officials say not only will the academy open doors for students to enter professional careers, but it will also provide economic growth to the area.
And now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Sydney Sullivan.
How cool is that? As someone who loves not only weather and aviation, that's pretty neat to have here locally. Now, as far as our forecast goes, we are looking at beautiful conditions now finally starting to settle on. And we've got quiet weather starting to work back into the forecast for most of today, tomorrow, into Friday. Then we'll start to get into a little bit more of an unsettled weather pattern. So the sunshine is sticking around after a very foggy start this morning. It's coming with a little bit of a warm up. We'll get a taste of that today, but especially moving into the next couple of days, upper 80s back in store for us. Now we need the rain in a big way. Very low chances for rain, at least for right now, but towards the weekend into early next week, there is at least a little bit of rain that will start to head our way, hopefully helping us out a little bit more. As far as the rest of the day goes, those clouds making way to mostly sunny skies this afternoon. Afternoon highs topping out in the low to mid 80s, so fairly seasonable. But once the sun sets and we move into those overnight hours, those temperatures falling into the upper 50s, lower 60s, and then we're looking at a beautiful Thursday ahead. Lots of sunshine by lunchtime. Temperatures already in the upper 70s, getting close to that 80-degree mark. We should peak in the mid 80s on average. Now, looking ahead, Friday into the weekend, you're trying to make those weekend plans. Friday, as of right now, looking nice and dry, good to go. Moving into Saturday, there is a small chance that we will see a little bit of rain back in store for us. It's isolated, not really anticipating a whole lot of activity, at least at this point. I would keep the rain gear handy just in case, but we'll continue to fine tune that game day forecast in the coming days. Right now, isolated, but temperatures heating back up. So for the time being, we've got more sunshine now through the end of the week. Then those rain chances will start to work back into the forecast. Overall, Saturday is looking mainly dry, and then we are tracking another round of some showers potentially heading on into Sunday and into next week.
All right, Sydney, thank you. Certainly a beautiful day for some excitement at Dollywood. The park is set to announce its newest ride in just a few minutes. We're told it's set to open in 2026 and is the largest single attraction investment in Dollywood history. We'll be streaming the announcement right here and inside the WVLT News App. That is coming up at 11 o'clock. Well, how about this? Knoxville native Kenny Chesney gearing up to launch a brand new book about his journey to stardom. It's called Heart Life Music. He's showcasing the book at an event on campus at ETSU on November 1st. You can be there. Tickets go on sale Friday morning at 10 o'clock. We've got a link for you to buy them right now inside the WVLT News app. And right now, the National Park is warning people to be on the lookout for elk. The annual elk breeding season, known as the Rut, is happening now in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. The park says it can be dangerous because the elk are unpredictable. They say if you see one in the park, stay at least 150 feet away from them. If you don't do that, you are breaking the law, potentially risking fines or arrest. And take a look at this video. A mother bear with two cubs caught on camera stealing a cooler from a family while they were vacationing at Wild Oaks Resort in Gatlinburg. crazy video on your screen. You can see the mother bear did not waste any time. She grabbed the cooler in her mouth and, my goodness, she takes away with it. A reminder, it's illegal to feed bears in Gatlinburg, mainly because it encourages behavior like this. WVLT proud to be your official station of the Vols. A special moment in Neyland last weekend brought over 100,000 to their feet as military veteran got a very special honor. Galen Wilson is a 100-year-old Navy veteran and former Vol. He served in World War II and is the oldest living football VFL, playing on the team back in 1947 under General Neyland himself.
He didn't talk to you like he was a big general or the coach. He talked to you right on your level. And I talked with him several times, and I thought the world of him.
Randy Boyd was there with him. At the time, Galen tells us he didn't know Boyd was the UT president, but I was there. I mean, it was a fantastic scene to see them out on the field, to see a standing ovation. People were chanting USA. But Galen says if he had known that Randy Boyd was the president, he would have loved to have a conversation with him. Galen, thank you so much for your service. Very well-deserved honor there. And voice of the Vols, Mike Keith, receiving a major honor from the Tennessee Titans. He's going to be inducted into the team's Ring of Honor this Sunday. Keith was known as the voice of the Titans for nearly 30 years before returning to his alma mater to call football and basketball games for the Vols. Congratulations to Mike Keith. And you can see Mike this Saturday on Volunteer Game Day. He'll join VFL Heath Schuler and our very own Brittany Tarwater ahead of the Vols game against UAB. This week's show starts at 10:30. So if you're unsure about these time changes, it's 2 hours before kickoff every week on the Tennessee Valley Sports Network. It may be MyVLT in your channel guide. You can also stream the show anywhere you are inside the WVLT News app.
We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm.
We're highlighting historic facts up to our nation's 250th birthday. Today we're talking about an important document in American history. On this date in 1787, the U.S. Constitution was signed in Philadelphia. The delegates to the Constitutional Convention met for the last time to sign the document they had created. It's why today is called Constitution Day, where many schools take the time to read parts of the famous document. This special holiday also recognizes those who have become U.S. citizens. And thanks for joining us this morning. Remember, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv, inside your WVLT News app, and on WVLT's social media pages all day long. Thanks for joining us this morning. Y'all have a great day.